Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Curse of Oak Island finally allowed to return to swamp. The Curse of Oak Island returned to the swamp last night for the first time since they had to shut down filming there last year. The big news is that they picked right back up where they left off and immediately found something new. Here is a look at the team returning to the swamp and a look at what they found. Curse of Oak Island returns to swamp. Billy Gerhardt had been working over the last year to get the swamp opened up again for filming for the Curse of Oak Island, and he finally got them back in there this season. He was the one who helped the team secure the permits needed from the Nova Scotian government to finally go in and excavate the swamp. With the permits in hand and the swamp opened for business once again, the team went in and started to drain the swamp. Jeremy Church, a geophysicist, had used a magnetometer scanner to find there were several metallic objects about 3 feet under the surface of the swamp. That is where the team began looking. While they didn't find any metal objects yet in this trek into the swamp, they did discover something else that helps them as they piece together the mystery of the island. They found more cobblestones. This leads the team to believe there used to be a ramp that connected the paved area with the roadway. If this is true, there could be a hidden network of roads under the swamp. What happened last time they were in the swamp? The last time the team from the Curse of Oak Island was in the swamp, they found some incredible treasure. However, that treasure saw them shut down filming there for over a year. The last time they were in the swamp, they dug up some First Nation Micmac pottery that was up to 2,500 years old. This led to Nova Scotia's Department of Communities, Culture and Heritage and the Acadia First Nation Council, asking the team to stop filming there until they could decide what was happening in the area. This was tough since the team had been looking for some Spanish galleon there, and they were working on a stone roadway. However, over a year later, the swamp is open again and the search continues. While most of the excitement for fans of the Curse of Oak Island is about hunting for treasure, there is another goal. The Lagina brothers would love to find treasure, but they want to tell the island's story. Finding things like the possible hidden network of roads and the possible underground caverns could lead them to figure out the history of the island once and for all. For nearly a decade, the Lagina brothers and their dedicated team of treasure hunters have been locked in an epic battle with Oak Island's secrets. Every twist, every turn, every new discovery has pulled them deeper into the island's mysterious history. Yet there has always been one elusive area, one place that seemed determined to remain shrouded in mystery: the swamp. The swamp, that murky, enigmatic patch of water and earth, has always beckoned like a cryptic puzzle. It hides its secrets beneath layers of silt and vegetation, its origins speculated to be anything from a man-made structure to a geological oddity. For years the team had uncovered tantalizing hints: old ship wood, ancient stakes, mysterious stone formations, but regulatory red tape and environmental restrictions had kept them from fully plunging into its depths. Time and again they had been forced to halt their operations just as things got interesting, leaving the swamp's mysteries to taunt them from the murk. That all changed when a long-awaited letter arrived at the Oak Island War Room. Marty Lagina stood by the table, the letter in his hands, with the entire team eagerly gathered around. Rick, his brother, watched intently, his eyes filled with that familiar glimmer of hope and determination. It had been years of research, exploration, and most frustratingly waiting. The swamp was their white whale. Now, they finally had the chance to dive in. Marty took a deep breath before tearing open the envelope. The room fell silent as he read, his expression serious but unable to mask the excitement that began to well in his chest. After what felt like an eternity, he spoke. "We've got the green light," he said, his voice steady. "The swamp is ours to explore." A cheer erupted from the group, a mix of triumph and relief. The Laginas had worked tirelessly for this moment. The swamp had always felt like the heart of Oak Island's puzzle, an untapped well of answers that could tie together the disparate threads of mystery spanning centuries. The following days were a whirlwind of preparation. Heavy equipment rolled onto the island, specialized excavation tools designed to penetrate the swamp's thick layers of mud and sediment were brought in, and the team's anticipation grew by the hour. The plan was to drain a significant portion of the swamp and systematically explore the lower levels with advanced ground-penetrating radar and sonar. The day of the return to the swamp finally arrived, and as the sun rose over the island, casting an eerie glow across the landscape, the team stood at the edge of the water. A sense of history pressed down on them. Oak Island had guarded its secrets for over 200 years, and now they were on the verge of possibly unraveling one of its oldest mysteries. Rick Lagina, ever the philosopher of the group, couldn't help but reflect on the moment. "This isn't just about treasure," he said quietly to Marty. "It's about understanding the past, knowing what happened here." Marty nodded, but his mind was on the possibilities. The swamp had produced such strange anomalies in the past: the stone-paved road, the pieces of timber that hinted at a buried structure, and of course, the mysterious piece of metal that some believed could be connected to a shipwreck. Now they had the chance to dig deeper, literally and figuratively. The pumps roared to life, and the water level in the swamp began to drop. The air was thick with anticipation, every member of the team straining to see what might be revealed. Inch by inch, the water receded, exposing dark, slick mud that had not seen sunlight in centuries. The smell of decay and ancient vegetation filled the air, adding to the tension. As the ground became more visible, the team began to notice shapes emerging from the muck: stones, timbers, and what appeared to be the outline of something larger buried beneath layers of sediment. Their first significant find came almost immediately: a section of what appeared to be an ancient stone wall. It ran at an angle, cutting through the swamp in a way that seemed too deliberate to be natural. Rick crouched beside it, brushing away mud to reveal more of the stonework. His mind raced with possibilities. Could this be part of an old dock, or perhaps even the foundation of a hidden structure that predated any recorded settlement on the island? As the excavation continued, more pieces of the puzzle emerged: wooden beams that carbon-dated back centuries, strange artifacts that seemed out of place, and most tantalizingly, what appeared to be a section of a large buried object. The sonar scans revealed an anomaly: a long cylindrical shape lying deep within the muck. The dimensions were large enough to suggest something significant. Could it be the remnants of a ship, or was it something else entirely, perhaps a man-made vault designed to hide something of unimaginable value? The discovery set the entire island abuzz with speculation. Theories flew like wildfire, from connections to the Knights Templar to ancient seafaring expeditions. Even skeptics couldn't help but be intrigued by the possibilities. What had initially seemed like a murky, nondescript swamp was quickly becoming the most exciting dig site on the entire island. But as with all things on Oak Island, nothing came easy. As the excavation team dug deeper, strange challenges began to arise. Equipment failed inexplicably, holes collapsed, and a sense of unease started to settle over the site. Some of the older islanders, who had always whispered about the island's curse, warned the team to tread carefully. The legend, after all, spoke of 7 deaths before the treasure could be found. 6 lives had already been lost over the centuries. Was the swamp about to claim its final victim? Despite the ominous signs, the Laginas pressed on. They knew they were on the cusp of something monumental. As more of the cylindrical shape was uncovered, excitement reached a fever pitch. The object was massive, larger than anyone had anticipated. The only question now was what lay inside it. In the fading light of the day, with the swamp half-drained and the mysterious object nearly exposed, Rick and Marty stood side by side, staring at the excavation site. The swamp, long a source of frustration, was finally revealing its secrets. "This could be it," Marty said, his voice filled with awe. Rick nodded. "Whatever it is, it's been waiting for us for a long time." The swamp had finally given up its hold. Now it was time to see what Oak Island had been hiding all along.